Working as a gardener, I've spent the last month digging up and removing Spanish bluebells from a number of client properties. The reason is that Spanish bluebells are invasive, spreading rapidly, and create really thick, dense patches that dominate flower borders and smother all other plants. I mention flower borders as another key difference is that Spanish bluebells grow in sunny places. An English bluebell is a woodland plant that thrives in shade. But there are important physical differences too. Spanish bluebells have much thicker, sword-like leaves, creating a dense mass at ground level. The leaves of English bluebells are much thinner. It's also possible to tell the difference by looking at the flowers themselves. English bluebells have a drooping flower stem, created by producing flowers more on one side of the stem than the other. By contrast, Spanish bluebell flowers are more upright. The flower stem is slightly thicker, and the flowers are more evenly distributed around the stem. Once established, Spanish bluebells are difficult to remove entirely, as the bulbs are deep into the ground, sometimes more than 6 inches deep, and have fragile white stems that easily snap when pulling up. They spread by seed, but mainly through producing masses of bulblets that push sideways from the plants, causing them to thicken rapidly. English bluebells also spread rapidly, but they do this in a woodland setting. For me, seeing a woodland carpeted in bluebells in spring is a wonderful sight. When I see bluebells flowering in gardens in April, I take this as a sign to plan a visit to a woodland near me that produces a wonderful display. And lastly, I think it's worth briefly mentioning their similarities. Both plants are members of the asparagus family and both spread rapidly. And I hope this is not controversial to say, but both produce really pretty blue flowers. On this last point, I do have clients that like Spanish bluebells. What I've noticed is that these plants often have gardens with thick clay soils. On heavy clay soils, Spanish bluebells spread much less rapidly, often meaning there are just a few flower clusters to be enjoyed. I also have clients that hate Spanish bluebells. The reason is that on a lighter soil, their invasive nature can become a big problem for other plants, and they look really scruffy after flowering. For this reason, Spanish bluebells have been classified as an invasive, non-native species.